Ma'am, the live ended on its own. Demonte trying to figure it out now. So no, it wasn't you. It was I guess like a timer, Demonte.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. My bad.
Okay,
I'm coming back. About to get everybody back on. Let me get everybody back on. Hey, Kay. Sorry
I
about
sure was
that.
like, what happened?
Yeah, the live ended early on that one. I don't know why I did that, but let me.
Oh, you had a timer on it, like you had it to where it was set for an hour?
Yeah, I didn't have a timer on it. They just did it. It just the timer just came on randomly. But I got it.
I don't know what I'm
Sorry
doing.
about that. Sorry, it bounced off real quick. But let me get you back on here. So we were talking about what should you do and what results are you looking for? And you were on there, Mom. Go ahead.
Oh, you should be physically fit as
Okay.
best as you can. You should be, especially if you have children, you have to be cooperative. You have to be mindful, and you have to get to know the person that you are courting or you wish to court, as a friend and a human being to see if you like this person as a human being. And
Mm-hmm.
then if you do, you have to be willing to show them that. And you have to be there for them when they need you to be there for them. And you have to absolutely, if you have children, make your children obey. Not
Mm-hmm.
just you, obey adults. Because if they learn how to obey adults, when you get in a relationship, they will automatically obey the adult male that is going to be their future father and protector. And they have to be respectful. You have to teach them manners. And you have to teach them manners at a young age and how to be useful. When I was growing up, when you were 6 years old, you had a little stool, and if you was a girl, you washed dishes. If you were 6 years old, you dragged the garbage out and put it in the garbage can. So it won't be strange when a man come in a house and say, "No, you don't have to watch him, baby. Come over here. Tell your daughter to go wash the dishes," and she looking at you like, "Who? Who wash dishes? Who? You won't get that because you shut it down when it's just you. You got to get it together. Whatever, punishment, whatever it takes to get the child under control, talking to them. That wasn't my technique, but some people say it worked. I prefer something that was a lot faster because I didn't have time to be explaining to a 2 and 6 and 8 year old why they need to take the garbage to the back. You take the
Yeah.
garbage to the back, or you might not make it back in here alive. Sorry, sir. We're not doing that today. So you got to teach them how not to go back and forth and all that back and forth. I'm raising a
Yeah.
14-year-old now, and she know her life might depend on her shutting up. And I don't have to say nothing. My generation, we just looked at you because I
We
know
just
you
looked at
you
you.
want to live right. We look at you like you want to live right because
Yeah.
certainly you're not speaking to me that way. So, you might not make it out of here alive. You won't be here to see what children's services do, sweetheart. Now get up, because I know that was a mistake. Get your clothes and put them in the drawer. Certainly, you were not talking back. That was a misspoke. You better get up in your room, up under
Said
the
by
sheet.
mistake. Yeah.
So that's all. That's all.
All right. What about you? Okay.
Okay, give me the question one more time.
All right. So
It was down there first, and I didn't write that number.
so if so, what should you do and what results are you looking for?
So right now, I am trying. Down now, leave out the room. Out now.
Wife, put the question up there again.
Thank you. Now, I'm out. Thank you. Cause you out of my mouth. Bye. Hold it. Send her out of my mouth. But yeah, so right now, I am currently trying to try this whole dating thing because I am getting to the age to where I am trying to be married. I do want to get married. So I am currently trying the whole dating, but the thing is, you have got to date with a purpose. Like, I'm not just dating just to. I know people look at me and they're like, "Oh, I just want to. I think she's pretty. I just want to smash." Basically, I'm to the point I'm trying to weed all that out. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to, like I said, date with a purpose. Like I want to be married, and I feel like I am taking the right steps in order to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just gotta date first. I gotta actually start taking dates in order for me to get
So
married, I guess. But yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'm still trying to figure it out. Like
what to do to be able
I
to get
have the
there?
right. I have the tools and stuff I know to do it and to get to the point. But I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. So before I get to the part, I'm going to ask y'all to answer what do y'all think men need to do, but I'm going to try to get my take on it for women as well. As far as the women to prepare themselves for a serious commitment or relationship, or what should they do to work on themselves? I'm gonna be honest. Some of them they like to argue a lot. They need to work on learning how to be submissive because a lot of women don't really know what submissive is.
They
You
don't
know,
know. Yeah, that's true. They
so
really don't know.
really, you're trying not to be argumentative. You're trying to be more cooperative. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to be able to communicate with the man, you know. And that doesn't mean you have to be a yes woman. That just means like, hey, if he, you know, y'all might have a conversation about whatever y'all have a conversation about, but he say, hey, this is the route that we're going. Don't argue with him over that. That's why you have to find a man that you respect and you respect the decisions that he makes. Because you might say, hey, I think we should go this way. And it's either he's gonna go that way or he's not, but he's gonna let you know, he's gonna communicate to you which way that y'all are gonna go. And you have to respect this decision because whether he's wrong or right, you know he's gonna fix it because you respect that man and you believe in him. So that's the ultimate thing you can do. And majority of the time, if you are a submissive woman, that's how even the Bible talks about how that's how you put a man in order. If you submit, you bring him back to the Lord. So he looks at you because I would rather listen to somebody who has been there for me that shows that she's not argumentative. So she created my peace in my life. I would listen to her rather than the person I argue with every time than you saying, oh no, we should take a left. And I'm saying take a right. And I'm used to arguing with you. I'm not listening to your butt. I'm good. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a person that's typically submissive, say, hey, baby, you know, I understand you want to go that way, but this way, this is the reason why I want us to go this way. I'm more willing to take that into consideration, but like, you know, something, you don't typically ask me for too much. Let me go ahead and go that route and see how I go. And if it doesn't go our way, it is what it is. I was willing to go down that route, and I made the decision for our family to listen to you to go down that route. I'm not going to shame you for it because at the end of the day, I'll make the decisions. So I'm ultimately responsible for our household, regardless if you give me the insight or not. I'm responsible. I'm held accountable. So even if you tell me, hey, this month don't pay a light bill, pay next month. If I choose to listen to you and our lights go out, I'm still responsible because that was my choice. I'm the leader of the relationship. I could have chose to move forward with paying it. So I have to be accountable for everything. So I do want, like I said, like my wife, I look at her as the person, and that's why I always explain, help me. Someone that's suitable that can do whatever is needed better than me. So it's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be better than me at. That I have to be okay with listening to you sometimes. I got to be okay. But I'm not going to be okay with listening to somebody that I've been arguing with this entire time. It's just not going to happen. And that's how you have to look at it. And that's how you have to look at it. Let me go ahead and send that.
But the
So
man also got
that's
to be a leader in order for the woman to submit. Like, I mean, you can't submit to everybody. Like, you can't follow the wrong
so let's
person
talk about
as
that
well.
because that's called conditional. That's like conditional femininity. Is it okay for you to be conditionally feminine? Do you think you should be feminine when the right masculine man comes around?
I do. That's what I do now, and it's probably a problem that I do it, but I do because I've been submissive to the wrong people. I'm not gonna say the wrong people. I've been submissive in relationships, and the people that I was submissive to, I shouldn't have been. Like they wasn't the right type of leader. Like they wasn't leading me in the right direction, and that made me now be more cautious about that. Like now I choose. I watch first, and I make sure that you're the person for me to follow. I'm not gonna follow your lead if you're not that person. If you're not a leader, if you're not the person for me to deal with. So it depends.
So I see you wanted to say something towards that. I'm gonna let you go ahead, go next, Ma, and then I'm gonna respond.
Okay. I'm feminine and submissive 24/7. In fact, to the point that people I'm not even thinking about entertaining dating, they are not even in my income budget to consider. But they tell me, "Oh, you a wife. You a wife." And I said, "Yes, baby. I was born a wife and a mother. But I'm not your wife. So keep your hands to yourself, sir. Sir, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. But at the end of the road, it's the way you carry yourself. You don't always, everything's not an argument. You know, God gave us all this beauty. Move with it. Move with who you are. You don't have to say, no, I don't, that's the wrong way. Yes, that sounds excellent, sweetie. But you know, I was looking at the navigation and it looks like if we go this way, baby, we'll get there 10 minutes faster. What do you think? Let him make his own decision. You move as the leader of your household, but the queen is always behind the king. But there's somebody ruling there. And sometimes to be the ruler, you have to submit. You know what I'm saying? If you're the owner of a business, you're the biggest employee there is. You don't sit back if you want your business to be successful. You're the one at night passing out flyers, passing out cards, making it happen. That's the owner. It's not the employees. So you're looking at yourself as an employee, but you're the owner of this man. This is your job. He's your job. And how are you going to move with your business? This is a business arrangement. How are you going to move? So at the end of the road, you got to remember that because you never know where your next business is going to come. Is this your business? Is this your husband? Is this the person that you got to move around? And he won't know it if you walking around like, oh, I'm need no man. You can't tell me nothing. You know, forget you. And you were submissive to Junebug. Anything he said, whatever you say, whatever you like. Then you get over here and he Shaka Zulu. You like, I don't need no. I'm a Nubian princess, queen, warrior. You know, I'm Wonder Woman. No, I'm not Wonder Woman. I'm not independent. When people see me pull up in my Rolls Royce, she independent. No, I got a Rolls Royce. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not independent. I'm self-sufficient. There's a difference.
Oh, that's
Okay.
I like
That's
that.
what it is.
Okay.
You know, I'm by
That's
myself, but I wasn't designed to be this way.
yeah,
You
that's
know, every
bar.
queen need a
I see.
king. You know, but are you the king to rule this kingdom? That's what we got to find out. You know, can you rule this kingdom, baby? You might not be meant for me, but it don't mean you are not a good man. I don't never tell nobody ain't no good man. You know, I'm looking at this drunk boy like, oh, but I don't say that to him. I'm saying, well, you
Yeah.
know, you a king, but are you the right king for this kingdom? You know, everybody can't enter in the kingdom. That's why you got this brick wall up. But don't get me wrong. Even the princess going to look down. Rapunzel even let down her hair. So at the end of the road, you
Mm,
have to be mindful, but you're a woman 24/7. You know, even the gas station tend to see you a woman. You that woman, you know, you that girl. And you're his personal cheerleader. And they got to know it from the get-go because how's he going to see you? All these women are beautiful. They're gorgeous. They're younger than you. They're fit. You know what I'm saying? But who's the woman getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going and barbecuing you some steaks on the grill, bringing them in, making you some grits, you know,
yes.
scrambling you up some eggs and asking you, do you like them hard or soft, baby? Would you like cheese in those eggs, white or yellow? And
Okay.
then bringing the breakfast sitting on the table, putting your slippers and your house coat right there at the bed and saying, do you want me to start your shower or would you like to eat breakfast first?
So I had
Who
a
is
question.
she?
So you said you like that. You like that with every, like, you just like that every day. Like, you just like that no matter what.
Every single day. Ask my son, what, am I feminine?
Yeah, that was a bit weird growing up. Yeah, she cook big breakfasts like it's 6 people living there every morning. Uh, and here go my brother, Mom Deuce, trying to speak some knowledge.
And I'm sure listening too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she feminine. She about feminine all the time. Sometimes, you know, sometimes we might disagree on certain points, but she does take accountability, and she'll take even a backseat to me sometimes. So I do have to I have to rock with on that one. I wasn't expecting, this conversation to go this way, because my rebuttal was gonna be somewhat similar, but not quite that powerful. Because I say, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So it's not he who finds a girlfriend, he who finds a wife. Just like a woman doesn't want a conditionally masculine man, we don't want no conditionally feminine woman. Because it looks freaking crazy if we look good, we look successful, we got the Rolex on, we dress how you want to dress, we fit like you want us to be fit. We come up to you, we come to holler at you, and then we start talking in this feminine voice and start sounding gay. Oh yeah, I like you. Da, 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 da. Let's get your nails done, all this, and do all that. And you looking at us like, hey, what? We could be friends. And you're like, no, 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 no. I'm only masculine when the right feminine woman comes around. You're gonna be like, get out my face. I'm like, stop. Go ahead, tell the truth. What are you? No. I'm gonna be masculine when you show me your femininity. I'm gonna show you. That sounds crazy when I say that out loud, right? That sounds delusional, right?
I think what she means to say, or what she means to do, and no one offered her a point of correction, if I may, is you don't want to be foolish. You're an intelligent, beautiful female. You don't want to be foolish, but still be feminine 24 hours a day so that the right husband can see you. And when you get some foo-foo dust from, I don't know if they still say foo-foo dust, but some foo-foo dust from another gentleman that's really not deserving of your time, then you still be polite. You still don't let them take you out your hookup, and you bow out gracefully. Delete, block. And you keep it moving because he's not deserving of you and your wealth. But at the same token, you be feminine 24/7 because they have to see you even when you're disciplining your children. You can't say, I be seeing this girl snatching their kids. I'm like, oh my God. With me, I use a simple term. Would you like a point of correction, darling? My children know they about to get effed up in the bathroom. And they might come out with a bloody nose because we about to go down, embarrass me in public. Excuse me. Because you're not going to have me yelling in the middle of Walmart. No, I'm not her. We're not doing that today. You're going to walk here. Don't touch nothing. Like the comedian say, don't touch nothing. Don't look at nothing. Don't grab nothing. And we're going to go in here and we're going to be classy with it, right?
Yeah.
So, and if you have to ask, the answer's no. If I want you to have it, I'll get it for you, sweetheart. No. No, ma'am. No, sir.
Yeah, I feel like when I come off, like my first come off is always feminine. I think Delonte tells me all the time that I am feminine. So I think I do come off that way. It's just like you said, when I feel like that you're not that person, I just completely turn it off and I'm like, no, leave me alone. That's it. Like then it gets to the other side. But but I feel like my first approach or whatever is always
you have one of those you said it just like how it is. When a masculine man around, you are feminine. And when some of these guys that don't know how to really operate with beautiful women, they're not used to being around beautiful men. They might have got themselves together, stuff like that. They're not socially calibrated. So those type of men, you need to get yourself together. That's why I always say majority of women don't see majority of men. Just to be able to get on her radar, you're doing something just for her to be able to see you. Now, once you get her attention, you got to start bringing stuff to the table. You have to show your social calibration. You got to show, some type of meaningful, some form of value to the table. Like you carry a conversation, you're ready to bring on a date. You showing her some type of tendencies that you have to show your masculinity. You have to bring some form of value that you created. She has to be able to visually see it. If she can't see it, out of sight, out of mind. And that's the reality. And that's why I always say, if you already qualified the man, now you got to start seeing what you got to do to keep him, because you qualified him, so you know that you want to sleep with him. You know that you will potentially marry him. Now, what you going to do to keep him? And that's what I'm going to speak towards as well. I think majority of women, like I was talking before, got to stop the arguing, learn how to be submissive. Even if they try to take a class on how to be more feminine, I know there's plenty of classes out there. If they need to, get a therapist because they got to work out some type of past traumas that's keeping them mad at men. Some women, I actually I've been running into women now that some men actually just make their skin crawl, like make
Mhm.
Oh
their
yeah,
skin
that's true.
crawl.
That's true.
Like
That's true.
so
Hmm.
it's some traumas that they have to work out, because you can't have a whole husband and every time you touch you, your skin crawl. That ain't gonna
Hmm.
work.
I
So,
have
and
a
then
client that's been
also,
married
I
17
say
years.
only reason I get into fitness so much
Hmm.
because when we say preserve your value, right now majority of women are out of shape, and it's going on. Oh shoot, over 70%, well over 70%, and that's sad. That's a woman that's overweight is like a broke man. That's the equivalent, and that's why I say
Hmm.
men and women are different. We don't look at women as a source of income. We don't look at that as valuable. But your shape is valuable to us. So you being morbidly obese, what
Hmm.
it's like you being broke, living at home with your mama and have no ambition. Especially the women that say that they're not working on getting themselves in shape and they have no intentions. You should accept me as who I am. Let me as a man tell you I'm broke, live at home. I make $8 an hour, and I'm not planning on making no more money at all. And you should accept me as I am, or I'm gonna make up a fake word. You're a brokest. You discriminate against broke people. Y'all will look at me like I'm plumb crazy. But we let women of all races get away with it so long that we allow them to say, "Hey, you're fat shaming for giving you the reality." Like
But you know,
that's sad.
I'm sorry, the first love that the woman has is her father. So the father, what women don't realize, your husband, the father of that child, or the stepfather will tell the child, especially a girl, if she getting out of shape, they'll set her straight.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
she'll accept that point of correction. But if there was no father in the home, who was supposed to give her that first point of correction and get her together? I remember being 6 years old and my father slid the plate away from me and said, "You done had enough. That's enough for you."
See, but
And he would
this is the
offer
sad
me a
part,
point of
man.
correction.
This is the
Hmm.
sad part now, because I hear women, and I debate at my job, the security jobs I work at all the time, and just out and
Hmm.
about, I had these type of conversations. These women are saying that they want to have children, but they don't know if they want to get married. That sounds crazy to me.
I understand, but I don't agree. I understand because when you talk about the majority of the men that are out here having sex are the same men. She's meeting Tyrone, Jyrone, Junebug, you know what I'm saying, Kev. She's meeting that guy
Hmm.
and who's hit everybody in the club. And so the nice guy that's coming up to her talking about, excuse me, can I buy you a drink? She don't even hear him. She don't even hear him. And that's the one she wants. He the superintendent. He
That's
the
true.
engineer. He's a
Not socially
doctor.
calibrated because he's been working his
Mm-mm.
whole life.
Or yeah, he just sitting at the bar eating his meal, having a drink. That's who she need to talk to. But she, he's not speaking up. He ain't stepping to her because Jyrone over there talking about looking like Slick Rick. Hey, baby, what's up? And he's not where it's at.
Yeah.
But that's who's approaching her. So at the end of the road, the women they don't realize you have to change your look. There's some looks you have that look like money, look like you expensive. And Tyrone ain't gonna come near you because he want money. He
Hmm.
don't want to have to spend money. He not gonna look at you what you drinking. He not gonna ask you what you drinking if he know that drink look like it's expensive. Cause he
Well,
only came in the
this day and
club.
age, I'm sorry, this day and age, we have these floggers and these people that want to seem like they have it, and they will
Yeah.
approach you and buy you what you're drinking and all that to make it seem like they got it, but you got to know how to weed out who the ones that really are the ones.
Yeah, it's getting tougher.
Yeah,
That's not
because
hard. This is
nowadays,
what you do, sweetie. This is what you do. I used to be a barmaid back in the day. This is what you do.
You
The guy
did?
that's sitting at that bar eating a
I
meal.
ain't know that.
Eating a meal. Yeah, it used to be, but I was a young mom. He was behind the bar drinking and playing with the kid girls and stuff. He don't know, but anyway, I had to make a living. It was what it was, you know. That's who hired me. Tips was good, but the one that's sitting there eating a meal that don't have 15 drinks in front of them, that ain't popping bottles. I'm gonna pop bottles. That's not you don't want the pop bottle guy. You want to be friends with the pop bottle guy. And you want to get his quiet friend that's sitting there looking like, I can't believe I'm at this club. I just got off of work. Dude, when we leaving? You want that guy that looks like he is out of place, the fish out of place. Because he hanging with the pop bottle guy, so he might be situated financially. But he looking like he ready to go to bed. He not about the street. He for the sheets. And he looking like, I hope this is going to be
Hey,
over with in an hour. His friend like, we going to another club. It's outside of the club and you think we a punk. And he
that's
over there like,
funny.
I'm trying to go home. That's the one. The one that's quiet. You be like, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh, like, you so pretty. You talking to me? The guy that light up when he see you and you look like the most beautiful thing he ever seen in his life. That's the one you talk to. The guy that look like, I can find you a dime a dozen, baby. I'm full. I mean, everybody look like you, right? What you gonna do?
yeah,
You don't want him because he done been around too much and you don't want the drama and the heat that come with him. He's going to be hard to tame. You want the lion that's laying there waiting for her lioness. He waiting for the lioness to come over there. And you breeze past him and you can feel the energy when they crazy about you. You can feel it. When you walk past him and you can feel him, that means he's looking at you. Turn back around. He might not be your first pick. Get to know him. That's the one. The understated guy, the one sitting there eating meal and long, and he wish he had somebody at home cooking. Not the one that every day he got a different broad and every cold to cook him a meal. He don't need you. You want somebody that needs a wife. And then listen to his conversation. Because he gotta know he needs a wife.
yeah,
And he'll let you know. Some guys acknowledge that you are a wife, but they won't say they need one. You need him to say it.
Mm.
Men say what they mean. You need them to say it. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Man, I just came here to get a meal. My boys over there, I'm ready to go for real. You know, I wish I had a home cooked meal at home. And, you know, and then if you got kids, you got to spring that on immediately because some guys run like the wind. Be like, well, I was just about to cook a little small dinner for my kids. What was you going to make? Well, I wasn't going to make nothing but some oxtails and some rice and peas, you know, and a little cabbage. You know, some
Yeah,
fried cabbage,
I ain't gonna lie.
some carrots, you know.
That used
And
to
I
be
got some
hilarious.
cornbread from yesterday. I can warm you up some if you want to stop by for a plate. Don't let that nigga in your house. Make him a plate and send him home. He gonna have respect for you. And then let him call you. You know, let him call you. Don't be hunting him down. Let him call you or come seek you out. Back in the day, there wasn't no cell phones. We ain't even have pagers. I don't want to tell my age. They had to come and look for you. Because I was at work. When I wasn't at work, I was sleeping. When I wasn't sleeping, I was at work. When I wasn't at work, I was sleeping. But when I got married, that changed.
Yeah.
Your life changes because you don't have to work that hard. I don't know why these women want to make themselves have to work that hard. It's not nice. I want my work to be you. What do you need? Baby, let me make your lunch. You don't have to go to McDonald's and you got a wife.
Yeah.
What do you want? I made a quiche and I got a lasagna in the oven. Which one do you want?
yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That went. I mean, I'm married now, so I that go a long way. But that's what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You know what I'm
going out
saying?
eating and stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie. I guess I was the typical guy that she described. I might pop a bottle, but I was chilling, and I ain't gonna lie. It was to the point. I remember going out to a bar with one of my friends, and I'm at the bar in a conversation with a female and fall asleep at the bar mid
That's the one
conversation.
you want. That's the one you want. You want
And,
him because he's
but
not
that's
trying to stay at
terrible.
the
That's
bottom.
terrible.
No, that's the one you want.
But I would.
That's the one you want.
Well, let me say this: I was socially calibrated just because my mother used to always put me in some awkward positions when I was younger, sending me out to
Like you
little
said.
parties and telling me if I don't get numbers, I'm gonna have to walk home. Uh, she did little things like that, so I was forced to become socially calibrated. So I knew how to talk to women and stuff like that. But when I came to Texas, I tried to do everything legit. When I left Cleveland, I tried to have a legit job, legit everything, and man, that was hard work. That was hard work. So I was tired. Like I couldn't really go out how my friends would out. I couldn't really party. And the money wasn't like how I was used to getting money when I was back in Cleveland. Like the money wasn't there. I wasn't pulling in 4 racks a week and stuff like that. I wasn't just blowing money. Like I'm like, no, I'm gonna get maybe 2 bottles. Now, really, if it's just me, I'm gonna get a bottle because I don't ever drink that much, and I'm about to chill. I'm gonna vibe with y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all, and then I'm ready to go home. They be, some of them want to go out. Some of them be like me. I got some friends that's kind of like me. They be like, "Hey, you ready to get it? Let's tell everybody that we gone."
Mhm.
So it's how you maneuver. Because, like I said, I got a lot of different friends. All my friends. They typically they like to kick it. They like to pop bottles. They like to do stuff, but they like to go home too. So some of them like to stay out and hit every club. Some of them like, hey, I'm gonna be here for a little bit, and I'm out this joint. I'll pop a bottle. I'm out. Some of them be like, man, I'm sleepy as heck and don't be doing nothing. But you just have to really have a conversation with them. And that's the main thing. When you have a conversation with them, you kind of see where their mindset at. And some of them don't even know if they want to be married right now because really they so focused on getting their pockets together. And we might look at them like that they making over $100,000 a year, but to them that's not enough to be married. And I actually agree with them because I'm married and I'm not trying to count my pockets, but I'm well over middle class, and I don't make enough. I don't believe I make enough. So me knowing
And
that,
that,
and I know
and that's
even
what a
once I
woman.
hit that 6-figure mark, it's not going to be
Mhm.
enough. It's still not going to be enough. And I talk to me and my wife have these type of conversations all the time. Like even once I get me personally in our household, we're not even talking about my wife. Me personally get to 6 figures with my income and the income that she makes. It's still we looking at it like no, it's still we still ain't gonna live how we want to live. We gotta keep building businesses. We gotta keep making more money. So I understand the single guys is out there that I'm cool with, friends with. They talk about something. I still gotta get on my grind. I still gotta make more money. I still gotta do this with the business, and I'm so focused on my business. I'm not focusing on the relationship. Those typically the guys that you need to look for because those are the guys that you could see a need, feel a need, and be there with him. And you won't be there with him just sex. You'll be there with him actually fulfilling a need. And then you can
Mhm.
implant yourself in their life and make yourself irreplaceable. Because when it comes down to
Mhm.
sleeping around, regardless, majority of men, even though it sounds good to sleep around, majority of men, if they legitimize themselves and they working hard and they are building their value, they don't have time, much less the energy to sleep around.
Mhm.
Like, especially when you put it on them, they be like, damn, and especially every time he come to you and you get up and you still have sex with that man gonna be done for at least a couple of days. Be like, all right, I'm good. Let me go ahead and work, do my work, and I'm back. And then if you working with him because you helping him out in areas that he was lacking, you picking up that space. Hey, I just filed this paperwork. Here you go. You're with him,
Mhm.
so he's seeing you like you're with him, like you dang there on his payroll. He ain't looking nowhere else. That's
And
how you
that
can stop a man from going anywhere. Because over
that's
time,
what that education that your parents gave you was for. We used to meet our husbands in college.
yeah.
It wasn't for you to go off and be by yourself. I can take care of myself. It was to be up to push him and propel him forward and help him and be what you need, help him meet his full potential. All that knowledge and stuff, it wasn't just for you. God made you to help Adam, not to be Adam. I'm the man and the woman. No, you're not. You're the woman. You play your role. We in here and everybody want to be a chief, but everybody's not a chief. You got to learn how to play your role with the right person. You are correct. Everybody is not meant for you. Find the right person to play your role. If he got a moving business and he need invoices typed up, he tired and exhausted. You know how to do invoices because you're doing it at your job anyway. Type up all those invoices. I got skills that technically you would think were useless. Because, I used to be a court reporter and I type shorthand. I type 640 words a minute, but it wasn't useless when I needed to retype a book that my fiance wrote and he wanted it typed. I was able to type it all and give it back to him the next morning.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can type a shorthand, put it through my computer, and it prints it out in English. Bam, here it go. Looks good. I did some spell check. I put spell check on it too. Had a lot of spelling errors, but here you go. You got to be that person, whatever that person he needs. So yes, you are correct.
So I'm going to
You are
give
very
the last question of the night. It's going to be, and I think this is going to be an easy one. Why do majority of men have to approach women and majority of women do not have to approach men? I think that's going to be a simple one. Probably y'all can answer. I'll
You want
start.
to go first? Oh, no. Yeah.
I'll start with Kay. I'll let you go first on this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. You had to ask it one more time.
All right.
They came in and started talking to me.
It's okay. Why do
Okay.
majority of men have to approach women and majority of women do not have to approach men?
Well, for one, I blame society. That's one. It's definitely society. And then for two, my personal reason why I would never approach a man is because of the fact that I am terrified of rejection. I can't lie to you. I can't. I have a huge fear of rejection. I will never approach or ever. I don't even ask for things because I don't want to be told no or be rejected.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
I just this is a big fear of mine. It's been my fear for as long as I can remember. And let me see what's another.
It's just said, why do majority of men have to approach women and majority of women do not have to approach men? So I think you pretty much answered that in your whole thing. You terrified, so you think it's really because a lot of women are more, they don't want to be rejected by men, pretty much. So what's your thoughts, Ma?
Well, I was raised by a man, so I have different behavior. But let me say this. The reason why I believe, like what she said, they're terrified of rejection and stuff like that. I found that odd, but doing here, I hear a lot of beautiful women that say that. And I'm like, you're gorgeous. If you just might not be his type, it don't mean that you're not gorgeous. What? He like chicken heads. Go ahead on, girl. I won't worry. But at the end of the road, you can only pick from the pool of men that say they like you if you want a husband. So they have to show an interest in you if you're a husband. Now, the way I'm different is this. I'm different. Like when I told you, when you walk past men, you can feel that they like you. So if he do something nice, like open the door for me, then I'll speak to him and I'll thank him in a way that I'm present in the moment. So he know you like me, I like you back. Now go on and make a move, sweetie. Come on, pick up speed. Come on. It's your chance. It's your opportunity. You were scared. I'm letting you know you won't be rejected. Come on, say something. Say something. And I go to him and saying something. So if you open up the door and be like, hi, I'm like, he couldn't say that louder. I don't say that. I say, hey, how you doing? Thank you. I didn't know there was still some gentlemen out here. Well, thank you, sir. And I stand there and wait to see. Now, if they get up the nerve to say, let me pay for your gas, or, man, I wouldn't mind taking you out on a date. Where we going? So now I'm not going to say no. Where we going? Where you going to take me? And I just open up the door and I'm warm, and then I find out, so what type of job do you enjoy doing? And I try to figure out where he's coming from and what does he do. And then it's like an interview when we're on a date. It's fun and pleasant, but you got to find out who you're dealing with immediately, because you don't want to get stuck with Tyrone. Because Tyrone can't use my phone, baby. He can't use my phone.
See, that's my issue. That's my issue right now. Like I've been noticing I do not ask the right questions. Like when you first meeting somebody and talking to somebody and trying to date somebody, I do not ask all the right questions. I wait too long down the line
Well,
to
you definitely
find
need to
out
know if
stuff.
they have a record because you have children. What if you're dating a pedophile? So you need to know if they have a record, whatever the record is. You need to know what it is, and in a non-threatening way. Oh, you used to sell weed, really? And you be thinking, when I get home, I'm blocking you. And so we ain't doing this today. You did 17 years? Oh, wow. Assalamu alaikum, brother. And you get bounced up out of there. I'm glad I drove. I'm so glad I drove. Oh, my God, 17 years. San Quentin, good Lord. But you find that stuff out. What type of work do you enjoy doing? And if you say, I hate my job, well, you might be problematic because those are the type of guys that quit their job, don't want to go to work, hard to wake up in the morning, you know. Oh, well, I'm a trucking business. Okay, he might be workable. Let's talk, you know. And then you tell them about because the conversation is a dance. It's a dance. And this is a game and you playing to win. This ain't Monopoly, you playing to lose. You want to own all the property. You don't want to go to jail and don't come out, skip your turn. You don't want that. Uno, skip, reverse. You don't know. No. So you got to ask the basic questions. Can he take care of himself? Where do you live at? I might want to come visit you. The project. Yeah, I ain't trying to go down there. My bad. Where do you live at? And Google it. Hey, check out what's going on in this area. If they're going to be shooting when you try to go over there and you got a duck. You know what I'm saying? And will he put you in a safe environment? Because at the end of the road, if he can just take care of himself, if he can pay his own rent, if he's responsible to make sure his own lights are on, you as an individual can move in on that and make his life better. Make his life like heaven here on earth. Because he deserves it. Broke man don't deserve no. But if he's trying to make it, if he's trying to take care of himself, you deserve me. I'm that girl. You deserve me. This is your reward. Who sent me? God. And I'm here to see about you because you said you needed a helper. Here I am. I'm the help. I'm coming in. I'm here to comfort you, cover you. Where you're lacking socially, I'm trying to give you the social cues to make a better life for yourself. I'm here. And it directly benefits me because I'm wife. I'm not girlfriend. I'm not side chick. I'm wife. So everything I do has a direct benefit. The better you feel, the happier you are, the happier you go to work, you full, you feeling good, looking good. That's better for me. Your health is good. That's better for me. Why wouldn't I take you to the doctor? Yes, we have a job. We have a professional career. But at the end of the road, I will take off the work. This is a plus. This is a blessing to the household. He's the maintainer. Let me make sure he's able to maintain. Let me fix the foundation in this house. Because how can this house stand if the foundation is not together?
Well, I want you to definitely answer this question too, though. I want you to make sure you answer this question as well, because I think they want to hear your answer. Definitely. The same exact question. Why do majority of men have to approach women and majority of women do not have to approach men? Why do you believe that?
I believe because you can only pick from the men that say they like you. And if you approach a guy, you might not necessarily be his type. And he may not be willing to take care of you. And you need this man to openly be willing to take care of you. Men don't take care of women that they don't want to sleep with. If you're not physically attracted, if he's not physically attracted to you, you're not the one, baby. I don't care how. I love Denzel. He still has not called me back yet. I don't know what the problem is. There's a lot of people, I liked Billy D. I could never get a phone call from him. He just was not attracted to me. I done sent emails, understood on the I'm just playing. But be in the bushes with my camera, no. But seriously though, you can pick from the men that like you, and then out of all of them, you have to pick the best one to speak back to. And make it known without a shadow of a doubt that he has a chance, because just like you're afraid of rejection, he's afraid of rejection. The difference between him and you is you've been in a candy store your whole life. You done had Snickers, you done had Nutty Buddy, lollipops. You know what I'm saying? You done had Chico sticks when people didn't even know about Chico sticks. You been in a candy store. He on the outside looking through the window and he just got in. He said hi, and you said hi back. Be kind. Be nice. Be friendly. All those manners your mom and dad taught you, that's who you use them with your husband. They not for at work. My boss, man, look, get out of my face. I done typed the memo. You need to go on a step now. I'm not your wife, your work wife. No, sir. No, sir. My husband is my job. That's him. That's who I use my manners. When we get in an argument, I apologize. You are right. I was out of line. I should not have said that in front of your parents or your friend. I'm sorry, baby. Come on upstairs. Let me make up. Let's make up. Let's make up. And what you want for breakfast? You deserve a meal. You made it home with the money. Run, go get it. Come back with it. You came home with the check. You passed the casinos, the strip joint, the weed man, the liquor store, and you came home with the money. You don't deserve. Now think about it. If you're a single mom, you know what it takes to take care of you and your children. This man passed up every temptation. He passed up the church and putting all his money in the church. He came home to you. What you gonna do? How you gonna show your appreciation for somebody? This not your mom and your daddy. He didn't have to do that. He's not blood related to you. Them not even his children. You mean to tell me that man you won't show some gratitude to? You won't be kind? You won't feed him? You won't run his bath water? But you'll do it for Jerome. Jerome can use your car. You won't go pick up the guy that got the job and giving you his whole paycheck? Come on. We gotta do better.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really even have to respond to that.
I'm sorry.
That was a great answer. I mean,
Okay.
I got statistics and all that, but the reality is, men typically seek women because they have a higher testosterone level, meaning typically a higher sex drive. So they typically want you more. They always thinking about sex. They always want it. And how do they get sex? Through a woman. So that's typically one of the reasons. Women have typically lower sex drives because they have lower testosterone, but they have higher oxytocin that makes them bond with a man. So they have to really choose wisely for whatever man that they want. So they have to choose between a man that picked them. And that's why I'm glad that you said that, Mom, because they have to make sure that the man that picks the man that they wants them back. They have to absolutely do that, because once they have sex with them, they're going to release that oxytocin, and it's going to be a little bit of a bonding experience with them. It's going to be harder to let them go once they tell you, I don't want you. So you have to pick for the man that really picks you. And that's why you have to be able to put yourself in a position to compete. Because if the man can't see you because he's not attracted to you, he's not going to be able to talk to you. So
and then women think I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead, because I was done.
And women don't realize they get married and they think that competition is over and they let themselves go. But remember, he married that girl he met that first day. He married her, that beautiful personality, and stuff comes up. But you got to meditate in the morning, reset yourself, and get ready. Because remember, he doesn't have to do that. And just like he picked you, he can unpick you and walk away. So you got to remember that. And you got to remember, that's the woman he married. That size, whatever, size 6, size 4, size 8, size 10. He married her. He married the fun-loving. And it's not hard to submit and make love to a man even when you don't feel like it, when he's paying $1,000 a month for y'all to have a place to stay. He put you in a safe environment. If somebody say something or jump wrong at you, he's standing up in front of you to protect you. That's driving you wherever you need to go, that pays the car note on the car that you're going in. That even if he's not paying a car note, if something go wrong with the car, you could pick up the phone and call him like AAA. He there like the post office. Rain, sleet, or snow. He good to go. He got you. Him, that's the one. He got you. If you can submit to him, if you know he loves you, and that's the reason why you got to pick somebody that loves you. If you know he loves you and he has your best interest at heart, it's easier and makes things more palatable. Because you got to remember, the men want the most beautiful women. When you're beautiful, that's an asset. Now, and then you're beautiful and submissive because these women are assholes. They
So
are flat out.
let me
You got
jump
it.
in because it is getting late. I want everybody to get their closing remarks. I'm gonna give each of you guys a couple minutes to give your closing remarks to see how you felt about tonight. Kay, I'll let you go ahead and give your closing remarks. And Mom, you next.
So yeah, I actually really did enjoy this because I learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Talking to somebody that knows a lot and can help me in the fields that I felt like that I was lacking. It really did help. You gave me a lot of insight on different ways to look at things, different situations. The way I was looking at things, I realized that you can't be like that. You gotta kind of switch it up. So tonight was definitely a good one for me.
And Mom?
As a single mother with no children now, and an empty nester, widower,
You have a daughter-in-law. and
yes, and a beautiful daughter-in-law and a handsome, successful son who's brilliant, I would like to say, and a foster mom, but they're foster. I haven't adopted anybody. So I'm single. I'm just saying.
Mom, that's not the.
Oh, okay. Let me talk about this. What I would like to say is this. At the end of the road, women, you are born with your value. I know life has served you some lemons. Learn how to make lemonade, baby. Make some lemonade. Everybody like a little glass of lemonade and ice in the summertime. So do that. Get your counseling, get your body back in order, stop eating your emotions and go to FA or go somewhere and get some help. And deal with whatever the issues are. Deal with them. And don't put all that drama and those engrams on the next guy. You got to remember, he didn't do that. That was Tyrone. That wasn't him. Give him a chance. And for the men, speak up. You a man, ain't you? Speak up. If you see her, she beautiful. Don't say nothing disgusting. Start off with hi. Can you say hi? Say hi loud enough for her to hear you. It's loud in the club. We may not hear you. We're not ignoring you. We are cute. We know we're pretty, but you might be the one. So take your chances. It's like going to casino. If you don't put $1 in, you won't get 500 out. Instead of putting $1 in the casino, put $1 in front of her and say hi. Speak up. If you see a pretty woman, open up the door. She might not be the one, but you never know when you get the right one.
Yeah.
Because you might open a door for me or the young lady sitting over here next to me. And that's the right one. You know what I'm saying? Because all beautiful women are assholes. Some of us are very feminine and we embrace our femininity. We know our power is in the feminine. Because heaven and hell is at the foot of your female. Choose wisely. Now DM me.
All right. Hey, closing remarks. Man, this podcast is just for that, to get men and women to understand each other, to help us grow together, hopefully unify Black men and Black women to have more married households join together to raise children to be productive members of society. I always say, hey, let's put the questions out there and let's go over together, have a respectful dialogue, not cutting people off, not being rude, not being disrespectful, and glorifying the Black man and the Black woman. Just giving them
Amen.
uncomfortable
Amen.
truths about both parties.
Mhm.
Not putting the woman down, not putting the man down, but working with each other to get through our problems. So I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. You can't say who knew when we telling you the truth. My name is Delonte, and I'm out.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.